What's going on, guys? TKD1-2 video, and college sucks, guys. FYI. Oh my god, I'm just so tired, so exhausted. But hey, actually I woke up a little bit early this morning. We were going to talk about some zombies. Now this has been rumbling around, the past few couple of days in the community, and I kind of wanted to let off of it. I'm saying, because there's a lot of things that were hazy about it, a lot of things that were not concrete, not set in stone. We were getting these rumors that wouldn't connect and wouldn't be actually like a legitimate thing. So I decided to weigh on it. I decided to just hold on, hold back and see if this was a hoax or if this was real. And we, of course, are talking about the concept of a DLC 5. Now, this sounds, that even sounds crazy, right? Like, if you look at, like, just the history of Call of Duty, if you look at back how it used to be, right? And just in terms of this weird year that's kind of an anomaly in the whole cycle, right? The past Call of Duties, whenever a new one would come out, the previous Call of Duty would just completely be silent. They'd be done, they'd be laid off, they wouldn't say anything. Well, not laid off like jobs, but they would just be silent because they would let the other studios game kind of have their shine, have their year, what I'm saying, exactly like they did before. However, this year with Infinite Warfare and with all this crazy going on, around the community, it's been a little bit of a weird year because we have Black Ops 3 being kind of active in them releasing content over that. Like, for example, a few weeks ago, we got the Galil. Now, of course, not an exact, release of, whole map pack, whatever, but still, it is content that's coming into the drops, that you can get, brand new in Black Ops 3, and that usually doesn't really happen, really ever. So that's what's been starting here about this whole DLC 5 debacle, and then we had Jason Blundell, the head of Zombies type of guy, like really, big guy in these zombies, just writing and, making in track and stuff like that. And back in December, when they were live streaming and they were kind of, just kind of going over what they were going to do for the next couple months, a couple plans, he said that he had a lot more to announce, but he couldn't say at this point. So that's when basically the entire floodgates open for DLC 5. This whole concept of a 5th DLC in the Call of Duty, it's never happened before, it's never been a thing. However, this year it's looking that it could probably happen. So our first piece of evidence here is coming from an investor site that leaked, not really leaked, but they posted some plans that Treyarch were doing, with their game Black Ops 3 this year, right? And so basically how it goes is that I believe, if not mistaken here, I believe that this investor works closely with Treyarch, and so Treyarch has to make sure that they are worth investing in this year, right? That they are doing stuff currently, that they are releasing content, whatever, stuff like that. And so they posted what they were releasing. There's a few things in the beginning of the year with the updates to the drops, and then there is this big content pack coming out in the summer. Now they say content pack, that's where everyone was like, hold on guys, hold on. They call DLC in the supply drops content packs as well. Like, that's also called a content pack. But then a lot of people were saying, oh, this could be DLC 5, everyone ran to the wind or whatever. And then we go on to the next piece of evidence. Now what happened next was that I guess the Brazilian voice actor for Richtofen, right? Obviously in Zombies you'll know, why I say Richtofen? Richtofen, we're all aware of him. And he has different voice actors in different countries so that they can still have that kind of tone of the country of origin that they'll be playing on. However, still have the kind of like the voice and that German accent of Richtofen, kind of a mix of the two, right? So the Brazilian voice actor for Richtofen was posting on Instagram a few weeks ago saying that, oh, I'm voice acting again for Richtofen for Black Ops 3 Zombies, and he put in the hashtags Black Ops 3, hashtag, all these things revolving around Black Ops 3 Zombies. Now, of course, this should raise huge flags because, if we have a voice actor recording new lines for, I guess, presumably new content in the game, that has to point to a new content release, right? Like, that has to point to a new, Zombies experience, Zombies map, something like that. Because, why else would he be recording stuff? Now, of course, there was things where, like, oh, maybe he was mistaken, maybe this is for the next Call of Duty. Yeah, that could have been a thing, but I'm not sure, if that was really it. Like, if he, clearly put Black Ops 3 and everything, Black Ops 3 Zombies, it was pretty clear here that he was definitely talking about Black Ops 3. Now, the big question here now is that, I guess a few hours later, he took off all the Black Ops 3 hashtags from his post. Now, obviously, that must have been Activision, landed on the hammer, told him, hey, yo, stop right now, bruh. Calm down. You're not supposed to talk about this. But then we get another post, I believe it was on Facebook, and I believe it was one of the other voice actors for zombies. I forgot if it was for Richtofen or if it was for Takio. I forgot which character it was actually for, but another person came out and did the exact same thing. He was posting on Facebook, he was tweeting out, yo, I'm doing more, you know, voice acting lines for, you know, Black Ops 3 Zombies and stuff like that. It's not, everyone's like, yo, what the hell's going, like what is going on, bro? Like, why are these voice actors, clearly they're under some sort of NDA, I assume, because you know, if you're working on something that has been released, I assume you're not allowed to talk about it. Like, it's happened plenty of time in the gaming industry where, you know, we have voice actors, where it be like Nolan North, or whether it be you know, any other, you know, prominent kind of actor in gaming, you know, they're not allowed to talk about, you know, their next upcoming project, because if it hasn't been announced yet, they can't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Especially here, if we're talking in terms of World War II, you know, the Call of Duty game World War II, obviously Josh Duhamel, who is rumored to be in the campaign of World War II, obviously he can't talk about World War II because it hasn't been officially announced. I'm sure, you know, today, as of this recording, when the full unveiling of World War II comes out, I will do a whole breakdown about it tomorrow, guys, I promise. But, you know, obviously he can only talk about that after the game is officially announced, officially unveiled. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't talk about it prior to that. So we're just seeing all these voice actors come out of the woodwork and being like, oh yeah, I've heard, you know, like, I, you know, totally worked on it, I voiced it out, like it's so weird to see all these people do that. And there's even pictures of them, there's even videos of them doing this. Like, it is crazy, man. Like they if this turns to be true, I don't know how they're getting away with this. And then next up, we are getting now, you know, retailers putting stuff up. Like, something is definitely going down here. So on the retailer side of things, they coined the phrase Zombie Chronicles, right? And this is kind of what the name of it is presumably now. You know what I'm saying? That this new DLC 5, and this is going to be basically kind of like the Resurrection DLC that we got in Black Ops 1, where, you know, we got all those zombies maps, you know, those Nocturne, Toten, Varrock, Shionuma, and Darius. When we all, you know, got that, you know, remastered kind of for Black Ops 1, it is in that same vein. And just based off of the stuff, you know, from the retailers here about Zombie Chronicles, it seems like this could be pretty legit. Like, I think we have a good shot at this being real, guys. And the kicker here, right, is that I'm gonna just, you know what, I'm gonna read you this, okay? Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles is the latest set that includes the original Call of Duty Black Ops 3 gameplay, complete with Zombie Chronicles 8 original maps renewed for the next generation of Call of Duty. And the listings also go on to explain that all of the 8 maps that we are presumably getting here with DLC 5 Zombie Chronicles will have gobblegum functionality in the maps included. So they'll be, you know, having the gobblegum machines patched into the maps, stuff like that, so you'll be able to use gobblegums. And obviously, you know, with them releasing that cookbook, I forgot what it's called. What's that cookbook called? Whatever, I forgot what it's called. But that cookbook where you could combine different gobblegums together and make new ones, you know, that will also be coming to these maps as well. So guys, look, man, I'm not gonna sit here and say that, you know, that this is true. I'm not gonna sit here and say that, you know, this is absolutely confirmed at this point. I'm just gonna go over some of the maps we've gotten in the past. Okay, so we are talking about maps that we have not received yet, you know, kind of a HD remaster. Okay, so we're gonna keep off Nocturne, Toten, Varrock, Darius, and Shionuma. We're just gonna keep them off. Okay, so let's go to Black Ops 1. We have Kino to Toten, 5, Ascension, Call of the Dead, Shangri-La. Okay, so that was the main maps we got for Black Ops 1. For Black Ops 2, we got Green Run. Please don't bring back Green Run. We don't need that in our lives. Nuketown Zombies, Die Rise, Mob of the Dead, Buried, and Origins. Now, you know, if this is true, okay, so we are getting the Zombies Chronicles DLC, which is some, you know, mega DLC, really, because we have never received this much content, this many maps in a single DLC bag. It's never happened before, right? So if this is true, okay, so if, I'm just speaking if here, I made a list of all of the Zombies maps that we had before, like I stated, and I want to give you guys kind of my 8 maps that I would like to see on this pack. Number 1, Ascension. If you guys know this channel, you guys know me, you guys are aware that Ascension is by far my favorite Zombies map of all time. I absolutely adore that map. I love it. I played it so many times, you know, back in the past, so I definitely want Ascension back in my life. Okay, number 2, I want Moon. Now, Moon, I feel, was very, very integral to the story. It was a very much of a climactic point in the original Richtofen and the original character storyline, so I feel like having that would maybe add some context to it, maybe be a big thing going forward. So I definitely feel like, you know, Moon would give a nice story context if they did something, you know, with just, I guess, the story of it. Next up, I want Shangri-La, because listen, man, that Easter egg is no joke. The Easter egg does not play. It's a great map. It's, you know, aesthetically pleasing, and again, story-wise. wise. Okay, now we're going to number 4. 4, I want Origins. Origins, I assume, should have been in the top of my list. It is absolutely integral to the story. It really does lead right into Black Ops 3 Zombies, stuff like that. So definitely like Origins is key, and there is no way that they will not have that at launch on this Zombies Chronicles DLC. Number 5, I want Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead, because we have a lot of things going on with the story in there. You know, big things going on here with Weasel and stuff like that, and what exactly went down in that Easter egg. I want to know more things about that story wise, and I want Mob of the Dead on there. Number 6, I want Call of the Dead. Now, when you Call of the Dead, I feel like doesn't really link up to anything that is prevalent right now. I feel like that's just more of a storyline that is saved towards the original characters, but I feel like, hey, you know, why not? Call of the Dead was cool, it was fun, and they had pretty cool weapons in that game, so I'm down for that map to come back as well. Number 7, I want Kino the Totem. Kino the Totem was already in Revelations, so, well, you know, I feel like they've already made some assets there, and Kino was a great overall balance map. That's the thing about it. See, like, Kino wasn't really that interesting, that cool in a way. Like, no, I mean, like, it was cool, right? But I mean, the overall kind of map as you played it wasn't really that awesome, but it was just a nice balanced map. Like it was nice that, you know, that you could just get with your friends and do great, you know, overall in the game. So definitely like Kyoto. And finally, my last map I wanted here was Buried. Okay, now this was a kind of a rough choice here, because what I had left was 5. I feel like 5, there have been no point to bring back 5. Green Run, I absolutely do not want Green Run back. Nuketown Zombies, I feel like that would be, again, like a waste, really. You know, like, I mean, I don't really see why they would ever bring that back. Die Rise could have been a fine choice, but I feel like out of Die Rise and Buried, I would have probably chose Buried, because Buried was a little bit more interesting, a little more fun for me personally. Die Rise was cool, you know what I'm saying, but it just wasn't, you know, I guess, as cool as Buried. So guys, do you believe in DLC 5? Is DLC 5 a real thing? Are you guys hyped about it? What 8 maps do you want on the Zombie Chronicles DLC 5? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to check out my notification. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat below. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.